Before I dive into the very heart of this first lesson on how to handle your nerves on stage, I want to share with you one thing. It's okay to be nervous. In fact, professional speakers, myself included, have all felt nervous when speaking on stage. Why? It's normal, it's a natural feeling to have, and I don't want you to beat yourself up just because you feel nervous each and every time you are presenting. But what you can do is learn how to control your nerves pre-performance and during your performance. And these are the two critical elements and the two critical factors we will look into as part of this first lesson. So as part of your pre-performance, we will look into how you adjust yourself to your surroundings. And during performance, it's all about your body language and power stance. So let's dive in straight away. What I want you to do is actually to think about what makes you feel nervous. What makes you get these sort of tingly feelings in your belly each and every time you're about to step up to perform on stage. And trust me, we all get it, we all know, we all have these sort of feelings, and I want you to be honest and as open with yourself as possible. And when you are, you learn exactly what the triggers are. But here are some key factors and key lessons that I want you to take away from this very first lesson. First and foremost, whatever presentation you're giving, whatever you're going to speak, I want you to network with the people beforehand, because you're speaking in front of a group of people, an audience. And to speak in front of people blindly without knowing who they are, where they're from, why they're there, it makes it a lot more difficult and a lot more complicated for you to be able to connect with them. So when you want to connect with people, what you need to do is speak with them, have a conversation with them, go and meet them, all before the event itself, all before you take the limelight central stage. So how do you start a conversation with them? Simple things. Ask them how they are, why they're here, or what is their purpose, what do they want to take out, and introduce yourself that you're the one who's speaking and presenting and performing at this event. That way you already create a strong relationship and a bond with them. Secondly, it's about familiarizing yourself with the event settings. Now, every event you go to, no matter how big or how small, you need to know if you look left, what do you see? If you look right, what do you see? If you look forward, what do you see? If you go to the back of the room, what do the audience see? So you know how to adjust yourself on stage even before you start performing. And what that does is allows you to make yourself more familiar with the event settings and more comfortable, because you almost feel as if you know the place. You almost feel as if that this is another event you're just coming to deliver and you already are an expert because you know everything about it. So do that initial phase of, not research, I wouldn't call it that, but I would say just get yourself going around the venue and seeing exactly how you would feel, what is the best place to be able to look at, or the best point for you to feel most comfortable. Thirdly, it's all about testing, for example, the equipment. If you want to test the equipment, the microphone, does the projector work, does the pen on the whiteboard work, all of these things, and more importantly for you to practice on stage. What I do and what I love doing and what I would encourage you to do is to go on stage and to start testing the mic out. So if you're standing in the middle of the stage and you're trying to project your voice with the mic, how far does it reach? What sound levels does it need to have to be able to reach the people in the back of the room? And if you're making a really important, really serious point, how can you project that in the right tone so it reaches people throughout the venue? Secondly, it's during performance. So the during performance rituals, and I want you to take this very seriously in terms of how you're able to use your body language, the power stance. So what does that actually mean? So when you are presenting on stage, I don't want you to be somebody just like everybody else who goes on stage and starts feeling nervous because you're shrinking yourself. You make yourself feel very small. I want you to be open. Breathe in, chest out, chin up, shoulders up. All of these elements play a critical role in how you make yourself feel relaxed and comfortable even before you start your presentation. And as you're speaking, I want you to not sway around. I don't want you to start looking left, right, and center just because I almost forgot what I'm going to say. I want you to be feeling as relaxed as possible and having a conversation with the audience, just like you did when you were networking with them. Because that's what a performance, that's what a presentation is. You're networking, you're actually having a conversation with the people, you're sharing your ideas, your values, your beliefs, and what it is you put together with the audience. So feel as at ease as possible. And also, you know how much to project your voice because you've done the research, you've done the background, the pre-performance rituals. You know exactly how to reach the people. So when you want to make a serious, important point, you project your voice to make sure you get that point across. And when you want to make a really soft, touchy tone to your voice, an important message that has a soft element to it, you talk a bit quieter. But I don't want you to start walking around the stage left, right and center just to get your message across, because that shows a sign of nervousness. And I don't want you to also stick into one position either. Make sure if you do walk, you walk at a slow pace, but you still keep eye contact with the audience. So all of these critical factors play importance in how to handle your nerves on stage. Now, what I want you to do is I want you to be able to download the task sheet below and actually be open and honest with yourself. What makes you feel nervous on stage? And why I want you to be honest is because there are many factors, many triggers that can make an individual nervous. For me, it's always the pre-performance. If I don't get my pre-performance correct, I will definitely feel nervous delivering the presentation. I need to know the people. I need to be able to adjust myself to the surroundings. I need to familiarize myself with the technology at hand so I know what to expect and things don't go wrong. So I want you to write down in this task sheet exactly what makes you feel nervous. It can be the most craziest, it can be the most weirdest, but it's personal. It's personal to you. And as part of this learning journey, I want you to be more expressive and more open with yourself.